Okay guys, next internal factor is buffer. So buffer is a solvent which is used to adjust the pH. Buffer is a solvent or vehicle which is used to adjust the pH of a product. Okay, so here when you are adjusting the pH by using buffer, it will follow pseudo first order. It will follow pseudo first order. Okay, it is important for competitive exams, so they may ask, so you remember it. And next, so when you are adding the buffer, there may be of two types of mechanisms: general acid base catalysis and specific acid base catalysis. Okay, general acid base as well as specific acid base catalysis. So when it is general acid base catalysis, it will show secondary salt effect. It will show secondary salt effect. Nothing but if you take the phosphate buffer, okay, it will only catalyze the degradation. Example, if you see the phosphate buffer will catalyze the degradation of penicillin G. Will catalyze the degradation of penicillin G. And next is specific acid base. So in this what is happening is either acid or base. Any one only, either acid or base will catalyze the degradation process. So this is the difference between general acid base catalysis and as well as specific acid base catalysis. So this is regarding buffer. Next we will discuss regarding ionic strength. So ionic strength, you know, it is indicated by mu. Ionic strength is indicated by mu. So if you see this ionic strength, it will affect the degradation or the stability of the product in terms of activity coefficient. It will affect the stability in terms of activity coefficient. So this ionic strength effect on stability will be there if the reaction contain same species of reactants and or opposite species of reactants. In both the case, the ionic strength or the stability is inversely proportional to the ionic strength. If the reaction contain the same species reactants or the opposite species reactants, in both the cases the ionic strength or the stability is inversely proportional to the ionic strength. Nothing but if the ionic strength is increasing, the stability will decrease. If the ionic strength is decreasing, the stability will increase. Okay. So now we will see the equation for ionic strength. Log K is equals to log K naught plus 1.02 ZA ZB under root of mu. So this is the equation for ionic strength. Log K is equals to log K naught plus 1.02 ZA ZB under root of mu. So now we will see the terms involved in this equation. If you see the K, it is rate constant of the degradation. K0, if you see the rate constant at infinite value. Okay, the rate constant at infinite value of mu. And ZA and ZB are the charges present on reactant A and reactant B respectively, and mu is the ionic strength. If any one, either ZA or ZB is neutral, then ZA ZB will become 0. If any one charge of or any charge of one reactant is neutral, then ZA into ZB will become 0. Okay, and here in ionic strength, you are going to plot a graph root mu versus log K. Then you will get a straight line with the slope 1.0 to ZA ZB. Okay, so this is regarding ionic strength. Okay, so next we will see dielectric constant. Next, internal factor dielectric constant, which is indicated by the symbol epsilon. It is indicated by symbol epsilon. Okay, so dielectric constant, if you see, this dielectric constant will also affect the stability of the product. Okay, so what is the need of this dielectric constant means the dielectric constant is indirectly a measurable value of polarity of the substance, or indirectly it will measure the polarity of the substance. The equation is integrate K is equals to integrate K epsilon is equals to infinite minus n ZA ZB small e square divided by capital R T R star 1 by epsilon. This is the equation. Okay, so here terms if you see, K is same again, rate of the degradation. K epsilon infinity is equals to the rate of the rate constant at which the epsilon is infinite value, and ZA and ZB are the charges on reactant A and B. N is Avogadro's number, capital R is constant, T is the temperature, and R star is the distance between the ionic species. Okay, and epsilon is the dielectric constant. So based on dielectric constant, you can tell the polarity. The dielectric constant value is more, you can say the substance is more polar, so that it will catalyze the formation of more polar substances. And in case of dielectric constant decreases means the polarity will decrease and it will form the less polar substances. So this is the effect of dielectric constant on the stability. Okay, and lastly excipients. So if you consider the dosage form, compulsory along with the active ingredient we are going to add some other ingredients. That other ingredients can be called as excipients. So if you see, for example, thiamine hydrochloride, I think you know this, thiamine hydrochloride. Here we are going to use the talc. Talc is an excipient. So this talc, when you are using as excipient, it is affecting the stability of this thiamine hydrochloride by the hydrolysis reaction. So in this way we can say that the excipients also will affect the stability of the product. So in today's video I have covered the internal factors affecting the stability. So in next video I will explain regarding the external factors. So guys, I hope you are watching my videos and enjoying. Thank you.